Back to another video. Today we are going to be reacting to 10 best dads of all time. And I'm not using a screen recorder because my hair's all messy. This screen recorder is really laggy. I'm trying to find a new one, but let's just get straight into the video.
Number 10. Now, what would you do to save your child's life? If you're like me, and I think you probably are, you'd pretty much do anything. Little Jaslyn Camargo was diagnosed with a condition that occurs when the liver's bile duct is blocked or absent soon after she was born. A liver transplant would be the only way to keep her alive. Her father, Eduardo, was a match to be a donor, but he would have to lose 30 pounds to reduce the fatty tissue around his own liver. In less than 2 months, he achieved that goal by running 6 miles a day, eating more vegetables, and drinking nothing but water. Surgeons then transplanted a third of Eduardo's liver into Jaslyn. The two are doing just fine now. Number 9.
Nuh-uh.
Most of us are not born with a silver spoon in their mouths. We have to work hard, be humble, and appreciate the kindness of others. Hu Wei wanted to teach his 8-year-old son, Dao Yi, about hardships in life and the importance of being humble and kind. So they set out on a week-long trip from their Zan, China home with only $15 to see them through. They traveled nearly 400 miles, hitchhiking often and running into strangers who would transport them or offer shelter. And the two gained quite a following during their very important father-son bonding adventure. Number 8. When you become a father, you take on a huge responsibility. Businessman Mahesh Savani took on an enormous responsibility when he became the father figure to 472 fatherless girls, organizing all their weddings and setting them up with gold and silver jewelry, clothes, and electronic goods to start a home. He spends about $6,500 on each daughter's wedding. Mahesh gets a whole lot of cards on Father's Day, and he is definitely one proud daddy. Number 7. A car wash might seem like a ho-hum job to many, but the one started in Parkland, Florida by father and son team John and Tom Deary has employees who are thrilled to do the work. About 80% of the Rising Tide car wash employees have autism, including John's other son, Andrew. The car wash, John says, gives many of its employees very purpose-filled lives. He believes the company will grow and find itself with more than 150 autistic workers. Number 6. When James Hardigree of Covington, Georgia, spotted 2 dogs fighting over a dead carcass in his backyard, he quickly brought in his son, Colton, who was playing outside. But the mischievous little 2-year-old found his way back outside again and got caught in a 7-foot chain that was dangling from one of the dog's necks. That dog was a Rottweiler, and it viciously started attacking the boy, as did the other dog, a Labrador. James quickly ran outside and pulled his son from the jaws of the dog. Surgery had to be performed on the boy to reattach his left cheek and ear, but had it not been for James, his son would have lost his life. Number 5.
Oh, God.
Now, we don't really know the full story of this next one, but it might actually be a good idea for fathers out there who want to calm down their young babies when mom isn't around. A man is shown in a photo feeding a baby with what appears to be a woman's face, possibly the face of the baby's mother, over his own face. It appears the baby is very content and soothed looking at the woman's face. Good for this dad to come up with this idea. File this under, gee, I wish I thought of that when my kids were that young. Number 4. When Brenna Martin graduated from North Johnson High School in Kinley, North Carolina, she received a one-of-a-kind gift from her dad, Brian. Her father had bought the Dr. Seuss book called Oh, the Places You'll Go, back when Brenna was in kindergarten. And every year, with each new grade, he secretly went to Brenna's school and had her teachers, coaches, and principals write a little message to her in that book. The messages were spread among the passages in the book. It was 13 years in the making, but he finally revealed the surprise as a high school graduation present. Brenna was brought to tears by her father's gift, saying, I can't express how much I love my dad for this labor of love. The book cost less than $20, but this particular book, From Dad to Brenna, is priceless. Number 3. In India, you have to be at least 30 years old to adopt a child. Aditya was only 28, but he was determined to adopt a little boy with Down syndrome and a hole in his heart. He even went as far as the country's prime minister, and finally, he became the youngest single father to adopt a child. Less than a year later, he got married to a woman who loved him as well as little Avnish. And their wedding was also very special and unique, attended by 10,000 guests, most of whom were homeless or orphaned or elderly, people who had no one else in their lives. Also at the wedding were animals from a nearby zoo and dogs that were considered strays. Number 2. Niels Tickert of Germany is a very open-minded father. So when his 5-year-old son started wearing dresses and liking to wear dresses, Niels did not discourage him. As a matter of fact, Niels shrugged it off and put a skirt on himself to make his son feel more at ease. Says Niels, I am one of those fathers who are trying to raise his children with gender equality. Of course, it even brought a little laughter to the father and son when a man walking the streets was staring at them so intently that he walked smack dab into a street pole. And finally, number 1. In 1977, Rick Hoyt told his dad that he wanted to participate in a 5-mile benefit run for a lacrosse player who had been paralyzed in an accident. Now, Rick himself was a quadriplegic with cerebral palsy, but his dad, Dick, wasn't about to let that stop him. So, he pushed Rick in his wheelchair the entire way, coming in next to last. Since then, the two have participated in more than 1,000 races, including marathons, duathlons, and triathlons. They also ran and biked across the U.S., covering 3,735 miles in 45 days. And after all of that, Rick says his biggest wish is this. The thing I'd most like is for my dad to sit in the chair and I would push him for once. Well, that's one wish I think we could all get behind on. That's all for today. Let us know what you think about the stories in the comment section below. Don't forget to like us and be sure to subscribe for more stories like this.
Alright. Now, I have a special video to show you guys that I found. I think it fits me. It suits me very well. And you guys would like it. Make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to share, comment,